Hello and welcome to the 2016 Oscar podcast with theyoungfolks.com. I'm Evan, this is Allie, and joining with us is our glorious Gabby.
Editor-in-chief.
Editor-in-chief. She has all the titles. She's all.
Yeah, I really do.
She really is. I mean, let's not forget that. So we're gonna be sitting here talking about a number of the Oscars' biggest nominees. And right now we're going to be talking about our picks for Best Supporting Actor, of which I have a list right here, accessible, as long as my phone will read my fingerprint, which it won't. Our Best Supporting Actor nominees are Mark Rylance for Bridge of Spies, Mark Ruffalo in Spotlight, Tom Hardy in The Revenant, Christian Bale in The Big Short, and our good friend Stallone in Creed.
And just as a disclaimer before we begin, because I caught my own face at Tom Hardy there, we are not talking about who we're annoyed got nominated. We're not talking about who we wish got nominated, because that's a whole other conversation and would last a lot longer than this one. And I don't need to be a hothead today. You can tune it down. So, with that being said, Gabby, who would your pick be for Best Supporting Actor?
My pick is Sylvester Stallone for Creed. And basically because, I mean, he's pretty much the front runner, and I think that's the performance that moved me the most this year. I loved Creed. I loved it so much, and I think Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler did so much for that movie and aided his performance. And I mean, I think Sylvester Stallone this is like his seventh Rocky movie, so he really brought a lot to it and made it into something incredible. I really loved it.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen some people. There's a little bit. For any nomination, there's gonna be a little bit of backlash just because that's how people are, and that's how the business is. But I see a lot of people saying he's only getting it because it's the first good performance he's given in a while, and I don't think that's true. I think that's undermining how good he was.
It's undermining how good the movie was. And
not just the movie, because I'm talking specifically about the performance. And I think he's so much more subtle and so much more internal than people give him credit for. And he has a line about, when he's like kind of cheering on Creed with like the one punch, one step, one hit, one punch, one step at a time or something.
Yep.
And he gives these words of wisdom while also being kind of this sad, lonely older man at the same time. And I think it's a great performance.
If I may add on to that, I don't want to be boring with my pick here, but I've been watching Rocky since I was a kid, like the old movies, and those first two movies at least are actually really well-made movies, like award-deserving movies. And the first one actually did win an award in the year that the original Star Wars came out, so that tells you something. But people don't seem to realize, like, when we're living in a world where we have like these genre movies and you have these characters and continuity, Rocky's had a continuity that's existed for the last 30 to 40 years. And, like the first two were very serious character dramas. 3 and 4 were kind of comedic, but punchy, actiony, funny. But the character has changed since, as Sly himself has aged, even Rocky Balboa from a few years ago. But it gets to a point where not just for people that are fans, but newcomers to the character and the franchise too. But like for someone like me sitting there and I see the way that how Rocky as a character has grown over the years, and a newcomer, Ryan Coogler, comes in and brings this new emotional depth to it. You can see that like Stallone isn't a dummy. He may be in dumb movies, but he wrote that original Rocky movie. So he's got a lot of heart in that character, and he's got a lot of stake in that character. And that moment, like the real emotional core for me was that moment where he's like, he gets, spoiler alert, he gets diagnosed with the same cancer that his wife Adrian had at one point. And he's like, I get broke. I'm not gonna fix it. I'm ready to move on with my life. He kind of has this strange moment of acceptance. He's not at a point where he's punching his way through things anymore. He's kind of in a moment of acceptance.
It's also very like boxer mentality, athlete mentality to me. It's like if I'm broken, I'm done. you know, what do I do with my career? What do I do with my life if I can't do what I want to do? And I think it's a very interesting mentality for the character. And as somebody who only saw them, I don't know, because these movies used to play at my house
like
all the time. My mom was a big Rocky Balboa
They're on
fan.
TV a lot.
So, you know, if I probably caught more than just the first one, but the first one's the only one I think I'd seen from beginning to end. And then I saw this one. So, you know, I think luckily I kind of got to skip some of the more nonsense type movies.
Nobody cares about Rocky 5, that's for sure.
I thought he was very good. He's not, my pick is out of the ones listed. And the only person I haven't seen is Mark Rylance in British Spies, and I've seen most of the movies this year. But I thought Mark Ruffalo did a really good job. Yes. And I think Mark Ruffalo, I think he's a very talented actor. I don't necessarily think this is his best performance he's ever given, but I think, you know, out of an ensemble picture where it was very much a group dynamic that kind of brought the movie to where it was, I don't think it was necessarily a movie that you could shine one light on one performer. I do think he stuck out from the crowd. And I think it is in part due to the one blowout moment where he's yelling at Michael Keaton and saying, you know, this is on all of us to, you know, tell the truth and let people know what was going on.
Right. The longer they hold out on the story, the more risk it puts the children at.
What I did like about his performance from the beginning that they realized the story, there's like this simmering bit of anger underlying every motive and everything he does. And I think that made him interesting, intriguing, and like really fun to watch. So as just a fan of the actor, I think he's consistently good, even if he's in crap movies. I think, you know, like I'd be happy to see him win. I'll be just as happy if Sylvester Stallone wins, but I do Mark Ruffalo, sorry words, really stuck out to me this year, I think. Yeah. Especially with that, like Infinitely Polar Bear, which he was also really great in. So
do you think he was better in that than he was in Spotlight? Because I didn't see Former.
It was more of a showcase for him. I don't know if he was better, but he was in just about every scene. Whereas, again, Spotlight's an ensemble movie, and it's kind of hard to say who was the best one when it's so obviously a team project. But yeah, so Ruffalo would be my pick. I don't think he's going to win. I think it's definitely a Sylvester Stallone's to lose. But yeah.
All I can say is when you said you didn't see Mark Rylance in Bridge of Spies, you really didn't miss much.
That's so funny because most people think he did amazing.
He's barely even in it.
I liked his performance. It's very understated for me. You know,
well, he's a big theater actor too, right?
Yeah. I mean, I did see him in Wolf Hall, which he was great in. So, I mean, is he the best of those nominated? No, but I definitely think he gave an Academy Award nomination worthy performance.
Yeah, I'll see it before the Oscars, I think. Because, again, I think that and Trumbo are the only two movies I've seen with the nominations, for big ones at least, that I haven't seen.
As of this recording on January 30th.
Yeah, I'll see it soon. I'm catching up on all my stuff. And I've been catching up on Spielberg movies, so I might as well.
Oh, there you go.
But,
the last couple of
so I think supporting actor is not necessarily the most exciting category this year. It was exciting until the nominations came out, because there were so many different people that it could have been.
Not as much of a landslide as last year, but it's similar to last year, where it's like, you know, you got these strong supporting actor performances, but there's one that clearly stands out from the rest of the pack. And sure, it's not as strong as J.K. Simmons, but everyone's kind of like, oh my God, well, the slide was great in Creed. You know, you can't deny him that.
He has the comeback narrative in a sense.
Exactly. Well, especially because it's like, you know, like Sylvester Stallone got all this recognition for the first Rocky movie back in 74 or 75, 77, something like that. The 76 season. I don't care. Years. The late 70s. The late 70s.
I'm gonna go IMDb this right now.
Point being is that he got his recognition and maybe won one or two things, and he's done so much with his career since. And you know what, with people dying left and right these days, the Academy doesn't really know how long he's gonna be around. Do they?
God.
That's what they're thinking, aren't they?
It was 1976, by the way.
World. That's such bad karma. Knock on wood.
I have no faith in the Academy.
Oh my gosh, Evan. But okay, no. So I think that's about it for the supporting actors. We're gonna end it apparently on a bleak note, but like, yeah. So you know, Sylvester Stallone probably gonna take it. Make sure that you guys tune in with us at TYF Official for our Twitter Oscar party on the 28th.
And what's the hashtag?
TYF Oscars.
Hashtag TYF Oscar.
Yeah.
Join us. We're all going to be chatting and snarking, and it's going to be a great night, and probably at least one of us will be drinking.
No comment.
Everyone who's 21 and over will be drinking.
Oh,
Yes,
that's right, because we're the young folks.
Yeah.
I'm young.
We're pretty young.
Yeah.
See, Evan, bad messages. But okay, awesome. Make sure to join us in, and thank you for listening today, and let us know who your picks are. Because
we love to interact with people and argue on the internet.
not argue.
That's what the internet's
Evan.
made for.
But we'll see you guys all soon, and thank you, Gabby, for joining in with us today.
No problem. Thanks, guys.